It's going to be a warm one today.
But I'm cool, because I'm wearing a Snow Trooper t-shirt. That's ironic, don't you think?
I think Wicket misses his Thunder shirt. I really have been giving serious thought to setting up some kind of space wherein vendors on a regular basis could set up tables and sell their wares. Vintage, modern, collectible stuff. Geeky antiquing, but in a single space. Like, every weekend, eventually. And I think that would be kind of fun to be able to go to on a regular basis. So, since it doesn't exist, I've got to figure out how to try to make it exist. It's just an idea. That would be fun. I think it would be fun. And yes, that includes clothes and shoes, hun, because there are geeky clothes and shoes that are available that people no longer wear.
That's true. That'd be cool.
See, that's how you pull her in. You gotta mention clothes.
Or shoes.
Or shoes. Well, aren't shoes clothes?
That's a good question.
I thought so. The biggest challenge is trying to find a space. And we may have to start out very, very, very small. It's effectively like setting up a series of events. Right now, we are trucking off to see Obi-Wan Kenobi once again. It's been a while. And I think the last time we saw him, Jedi was still in Diana's belly. She was pregnant. I'm not saying that Diana ate Jedi at some point. That would be awkward.
Wow. Michaela.
Wow.
I'll take a fully dressed Leia.
Wow.
She's 19.
Wow.
I like the free girl. See if Grandma has. Yeah, I'll take a picture of it.
I'm driving back. We forgot the checkbook. And that's one thing you need if you're going to a garage sale or yard sale is a checkbook or cash. You can really see how pretty it is around me. It's so green. It's such a nice day. But I wanted to talk to you guys again. And it's about what I said yesterday that's making me feel very anxious today. Because I shared with you guys that I was feeling very anxious and that I have a lot of anxiety right now. Because I am going through a lot right now that I haven't shared yet, but I will as soon as I can. I do my very best to be the best mom I can be because Jedi is my world. I told Chris yesterday, I feel like I have a purpose in life. Ever since I had Jedi, my view of looking at life has changed. I have a purpose in life, and I've never wanted to share my story more now than ever because I want Jedi to hear it. I want her to not go through what I went through, and I don't think she will because my situation is different. But I do know I believe that there are people out there that are in my situation and feel the same way that I feel, and that is why I want to share my story. Because I remember when I was feeling all this anxiety, I went to YouTube. I was looking and searching and seeing if there was anyone like me out there that could understand what I was feeling, or I was looking for anything so I wouldn't feel alone in this. And that is why I want to share my story. My life is changing. Like soon my life will be different, and that's a lot to process. It's good things are happening, but you also have to process good things. How do you accept that those worries are going to go away? And I understand when Chris says that sometimes when old worries go away, new worries come on top of that, and that makes sense. I think maybe you are tired of hearing about this because I've mentioned it 3 days now that I feel very anxious, but this is This is a lot for me. I'm going through a lot right now. And I feel like I have the tools to better process what's happening because of what I went through in the past. And when I told you guys about my kind of mental breakdown that I had, it had to do with this, with what I'm going through right now. But I'm not scared of going through that again, although I do realize that your mind is very, very powerful, and that's what scares me. But I've been to counseling. For me, medication made things worse. I do think that medication could help other people, but we're all different. We're all wired different, as Chris says it. It was a very, very scary time in my life. And I didn't understand what was happening. I didn't know what was happening because it all hit me like a ton of bricks. Now looking back, I see what was happening. So I want to help people, and that's why I want to say what is happening so bad, but I can't just yet. As soon as I know that I can, I will. It is what I'm going through. There's a lot of stresses because I know people aren't watching the vlogs as much as they used to. And then I feel guilty because I feel like I could have been a bigger part of the vlogs, but I couldn't because I was so scared. I don't think people understand how the fear can really debilitate you. I'm not good with words, but sometimes if I think and focus, I can better say what I'm trying to say. How do I process that? And I'm being honest, and I'm sitting here crying, but I also have fear, and I want people to know that I am strong. I'm stronger because of Jedi than I've ever been. I'm going to get through this because of her. And she's what keeps me going. She's my life. And without Chris, I wouldn't have her. I have so much to be grateful for. And that's what I need to focus on. It's true. Gratitude takes you a long way. All right. That was a nice therapy session. Thank you. I feel so much better. And now we're going to head back to go see Jedi and Chris. We'll see what kind of stuff Chris got. I'm sure he found a bunch of goodies. Sometimes people ask me if I care that Chris has so much Star Wars stuff, and my answer is no. I'm happy. I'm happy he has something that makes him so happy. That makes me happy to see other people happy. Here's an example of how Chris and I are different. And I think that's why people love Chris, because his mind works differently than other people, which is not a bad thing. It's actually a really good thing. Because I'm intrigued by the way Chris's mind works, because he's so intelligent, so bright, and I feel like I want to learn more. I want to absorb all his knowledge, so I get why patrons pay to do that. It's almost like I get it for free, you know? Which is awesome. That's why I love being married to him, because I feel like I become a better person because of him. I'm confused about something. I was talking to Chris the other day, and I said something about not wanting to do something, and he just said, well, then just don't do it. And then I said, but then I feel bad if I don't do it. If someone you love or care about asks, hey, do you want to go with me to an event or somewhere that you know that they love and care about a lot, I would go even if I didn't want to go, because I would feel guilty if I didn't go. I would feel worse if I didn't go versus not really wanting to go. And Chris just wouldn't go, but he's honest, right? And that's what's cool about him, is he's honest. Okay, this is going nowhere. I don't know what I'm saying. Anyway, I guess what I'm trying to say is what makes me happy is seeing other people happy. And Chris, sometimes that's coming out wrong. What I'm trying to say is, like, you know, like Chris, you know, you say, I completely lost track of mine. I think because I'm trying to think of how to get back. Sorry. I should be focusing on this. Yeah, I was trying to say, like Chris just says, just don't do it. And it's that simple, you know, and just don't do it. And it's like, you're right, just don't do it. But then I feel bad. I don't know. I feel like not everybody feels that way. This makes no sense.
I'm feeling anxious. We are the anxiety family. I don't know if anybody knew this, but it's official.
I just told them I had a therapy session on the way here.
Yeah, but I think the reason you're anxious is completely different from the reason I'm anxious.
Yes, why are you anxious?
Because I don't know what I'm going to do with all these Star Wars figures.
Oh. Do you think it's time
For what?
for a storage unit?
Okay, now I'm feeling a different level of anxiousness.
You could probably move in there.
I'm hyperventilating, hon. Mommy left us in the car, and she forgot to crack the window. But we have air conditioning! Mommy put up this sunshade to better protect you, because she wanted to put you in the front seat. If we could just find an open space, we could do this. You could say we are starting a new journey of sorts. That's kind of fun. You want another blueberry? I could produce an event every weekend, especially if it involved something that I loved. Who wouldn't want to do that? It's gonna be a risk. That's a big one. That's a lid. Maybe we could find an affordable warehouse somewhere. An empty warehouse. I'll figure something out, Jedi. I always do. I like spending time with you. Telling you stories. Having fun. Getting into tickle fights. They're not really tickle fights. They're more like tickle sessions. You know, I just do this and she puts up with it. She doesn't know how to tickle back yet.
Baby. Baby.
Your BB Mimi?
Mimi.
Jedi's going through the new bin of figures and rearranging the stickies.
Yes.
Thanks for taking a second right now to tap the like button before you watch our next story and for interacting with us across social every day. Your support is always appreciated, and if you'd like for us to keep sharing our daily story with you, we hope you pledge on geekfamilyfun.com. You'll get even more of what you love from us: advanced screenings, behind the scenes, and most importantly, you'll ensure that we can keep doing this for you. See you tomorrow!